Hey guys, on this episode of Top Tier Tips, we're going to go over my advice for your CrossFit Open 18.4 workout announcement. So you'll notice that the first part of this prescribed workout, if you do it RX, is a benchmark workout called Diane. So 21, 15, 9, hand, deadlifts and handstand push-ups. Deadlifts have a particular weight for men and women. So the vast majority of people will only do that part of the workout, all right, as RX. So my advice to you, if you're doing this workout RX, is actually try and get that 21, 15, 9 portion, the Diane portion, done as quickly as possible. And with whatever time you have left, then you just start trying to string together those repetitions as you can with the remainder of the time you have. Many men, for example, may finish the Diane portion in something like 7 minutes, and then they have 2 minutes left, but many of them will hit a brick wall being able to actually move 315 pounds repeatedly. So your absolute strength will absolutely be a factor in whether or not you're able to go past the Diane portion of this workout. And bottom line with that is you either built it up over the last year or two or you haven't. There's nothing you can do about it today, all right? So you'll notice also for you scaled athletes that there are bear crawls in there instead of handstand push-ups, or I'm sorry, instead of handstand walks. So you're welcome for all the bear crawls we make you do in our gym, and that should make that portion far easier for you guys. And even the handstand walking, the last about the last month of programming, I've put in a lot of practice with handstand walks. So again, this is one of the reasons when the CrossFit Open came around, it was likely we were going to see handstand push-ups and or handstand walks somehow. And so hopefully the practice you put in class over the last month or so will end up paying off if you're doing this as RX. So for the Diane portion, so we're going to ignore what's after the Diane portion, all right? And either after the Diane portion, you either already have the strength to do the deadlifts and the skill to do the handstand walks in 5 feet increments, or you don't. Bottom line is you already have built it or you haven't, and that's not a judgment or criticism, that's just the reality of what you're facing in front of you. For the Diane portion, a couple tips. One is on the deadlifts. The deadlift starts on the ground and it ends at the top of hip extension, but no one said you have to pause at the top or the bottom. Now you're not allowed to bounce your reps, but you are allowed to do touch and goes. So I'll show you what I would advise you to do. So we'll turn this bar over so that you can see my side profile. All right. So what I advise you to do is, as soon as you get on those deadlifts, you stand up and don't pause here. All right. Just hit this position quickly and immediately sit back till you feel the plate touch the ground. All right. So for example, these would be good reps. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Poor reps would be my legs are straight, as you see, but my hips have not extended. All right. And poor rep would be if I bounce, which would look like this. So you notice that my arms bent during the bounce. So as long as your arms stay straight and you just do touch and goes, the reps would count, again, assuming you stand completely up. So don't slowly stand up, don't pause at the top, and do take advantage of the bumper plates touching the ground. Now, handstand push-ups, you're going to want to kip. There's no way you're going to be doing these strict with any sort of good time. So when you kip, you want, first thing is your base. Head's on the pad, you want your hands out in front of your head. So you're creating a triangle between 3 points. The top of the head and the palms of the hand create a triangle. You do not want a straight line between your head and your hands. That's a poor base of support. Second, if you're doing this RX, I got a ab mat. That is not RX. The only way that's RX is if I put equal plates as high as this ab mat on each side. Okay, so if you're gonna do this RX, you're gonna need either ab mat with plates or the big cushioned mats to do your handstand push-ups with. And you'll end up gonna have a mark on the wall that your heels have to get past, which is preventing people from, having their arms like this at the top. Like that won't count. You're gonna have to press all the way out in order to get your heels past the line that's on the wall. In class, we'll go over how that line is drawn, but let's not worry about it now. The point is, you gotta get full extension, okay? So you want to place your ab mat or your pad a few inches away from the wall, because when you're kipping, your butt is gonna go towards the wall at the bottom, which means if you're too close to the wall, the moment your butt touches the wall, it's gonna knock you down on the ground. You're gonna lose your balance. So you need to be positioned, a good 6 inches away from the wall, okay? So you got your tripod, right, from your hands and your head, and you got your mats set to RX height standards, equal with the hand and the head, positioned about 6 inches away from the wall to prevent your own hip from knocking you down. The last tip is in the kipping handstand push-ups is learn to kip during your descent. All right, so I'm going to show you a couple reps that are inefficient, which would look like this. Okay, you notice that I was lowering myself down first and then tucking my knees. And that's going to tire you out a lot faster and it's much slower. And now I'm going to do a few reps where I'm more efficient, meaning I'm folding my body, preparing to explode all at the same time. My knees are coming down as my arms are lowering me down, and the moment I hit the pad, everything, bang, goes back up again, okay? Looks like this. Okay, those are efficient reps, because my timing is I'm folding during my descent and exploding during my ascent. So those are your tips for 18.4. As always, go ahead and comment on Facebook, Instagram, or hit me up in the gym, or obviously text 443-742-1224. Till next time.